live with just me, him, and Joe.
No,
And
I
then
was going to go live.
Didn't decide that
It's
like
because
you
you guys
came
are talking
in
about racism.
and you wasn't good enough to make it happen for live, I guess, or something.
No.
And now that
There was,
Greg's here,
you guys were
what?
talking about stuff that I didn't want to go live for. It was like WWE or.
And we didn't want to go live because Redbeard doesn't shut the fuck up, so there's no point.
Well, there's that. Joe talks a lot too, but they were having a nice conversation, though. I didn't want to interrupt.
What are you talking about?
I have been
We're not talking
absolutely
now.
certain to not cut people off since like you burn in hell. You burn in hell, man.
I like how Greg is like screaming off camera. All I hear is
Actually,
like a cockroach in and off camera.
yeah, right. Actually, I want to go live because I thought this is an awesome conversation we were having about spice beers there with Redbeard here a moment ago. Because I am drinking a microbrasserie Le Naufrageur's Chanche Naval Le Brigatin, which is a jalapeno chili and habanero Tabernac
La Tuc,
red ale made with
the Bonhomme de Neige, all the
Hey,
it's made with Ewart. And we got Greg here too.
Hey Nick, I was going to ask you, how was Pit Caribou when you went there?
I only got to stop in there for like 5-10 minutes, but it was actually a pretty nice spot. I went to their what do you call it? The bottle shop area. Have you ever been there?
I've been to the spot in Montreal, which was fantastic, but it's not the facility, not the brewing facility.
Yeah, the brewing facility is mostly just I didn't see whether or not they had like a patio with a small tap room kind of thing. It wasn't very big. It was just meant for people to like come in and have a pint and sit on the patio during the summer months. It wasn't like a big spot. It was just like a hole in the wall on the side of their building.
We get it, Nick. It was smaller than you.
Yeah, shut up. And
actually, you know what? How far are you from Oval? Have you ever been to that place? Apparently, that's up northern Quebec.
That's
probably close to
not far. That's not from where I was. It's not far from where Pit Caribou is.
Okay, because apparently
Like,
nobody can get their shit, but they have a spot up there, so I don't know. Probably been worth while to go there, but hey, whatever.
I can't remember what I've had from Oval, but I've had a couple of beers from them.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, the guys from Quebec really talk it up like it's the next big thing. I mean, it's solid. I wouldn't say it's like anything substantially better than like a Bellwoods or anything like that, but it's pretty damn good.
I had let's see, I'll show it here. I've had the Saison Cherie.
I love Nick's random attempt at these French accents that come out of his mouth. It's the best. Say it again. Say it again.
Nick.
Saison Cherie.
I love it. Cherie.
You think? I mean, yeah, he's the closest to being really francophone, being from New Brunswick, which is like the only province that's really half and half, and yet he's butchering this shit.
I'm gonna say like no, I agree, like not half and half because of like how many people live in Southern Ontario compared to up here. But if you go like demographic, like if you cut the province in half and ignore the population, Ontario's like there. Every sign going down the highway where I am in this area is like English and French because there is so much of a French population. Kind of.
I'm just talking legally. Legally, Nick has to be half and half because New Brunswick is half and half.
Well, New Brunswick is the only official.
I don't think that means he has to be legally.
No, that's what I mean.
It's illegal.
Yeah, but the cities of St. John, and Fredericton both are pretty well strict, like almost completely English. But if you go to Moncton, it's half and half.
Nick's lower half is French.
And if you go up,
I would have said Jamaican, but
man. Anyway, St. John and Moncton and southern New Brunswick, southwestern New Brunswick is pretty much all English. But if you go over to Moncton, it's like half and half. And if you go north from there to the northeast coast, it's almost all French up there.
Isn't it like Jamaican that went to Chernobyl when it gets to Nick's point?
What?
Freakishly like mutated?
I don't even.
Excuse me, what now?
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, yeah, I'm hoping you were actually got it. That's why he's like.
I get it, but man, that's a reach.
There's another one. I never tapped this one.
Freakish mutant. Come on.
Oval Nordic IPA. I had that. Anyway.
Yeah.
I forgot there's a review of that kind of thing.
I dig Pit Caribou stuff. I mean, it's I actually really like their stuff. Right after Dudiciel, my favorite Quebec brewery.
What? Pit Caribou?
Yeah.
I want to say
everything I've had from them so far has been fucking phenomenal. I had their.
I've liked a lot of the stuff. I want to say I want to do CL. I haven't really thought about it enough to say my favorite Quebec brewery, but they're probably definitely up there. Like they made that the Pêche Mortel, whatever the crap, and then what was it? Aphrodite, but it's apparently aphrodisiac.
Like
it's
Pêche
weird.
Mortel, like is this one right here?
Yeah, and then the other
that's a good one.
The one you were drinking the other night that was the same as what I have, but not the same. Remember that one?
Oh, aphrodisiac.
The random different labels. But yeah, I've had a few really tasty beers.
Well, it's not really random. It's based on legalities.
No, but again, we looked at the dates were really close as well. It was like just a really kind of odd.
Well, depending on the market that it's being sent to, for TTB, it can't say aphrodisiac.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Well, now we know. See, you need to be here more often because we weren't sure what was going on.
Well,
Thank you for educating us.
I just figured sound logic and just,
Well,
it made sense.
That doesn't exist unless you're here, man.
You can't say aphrodisiac on a alcoholic beverage in some places. Just like actually Pêche Mortel is not available in bottles in Ontario because of the caffeine content.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that a new thing? Because it was available a few years ago, right?
It used to be, yes. And I actually asked the guys who used to import it, Keep Six. I said, when are we going to get more Pêche Mortel? I said, actually, we can't get it in Ontario because the LCBO has stated that the caffeine content is too high. But we can bring in kegs. So why that makes sense, I have no idea.
Because it's LCBO.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that actually is probably my favorite of all time on like the stuff I could drink on the regular. It
is really good.
Yep.
Which one's that? I missed that.
Pêche.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, the Pêche Mortel. Yeah.
Yep.
It's long.
Yeah, I mean, it hits all the marks, and it's just
finally.
Rich.
Mr. Like cheering for the after chat.
What fucking
shows up like 2 hours into it.
The man needed to masturbate. Can you leave him alone?
Like that was some fucking hardcore alone time you must have had.
Hard alone time.
Like, you don't look like you worked out that hard at all.
I'm exhausted from my workout.
Are you?
Yeah. I just walked fucking 5 miles.
Your workout was a walk.
5 miles, not just kilometers, miles.
No, not that long. I just put on about, I don't know, how many steps did I do today?
When you're working out, you're in a gym working out. If you're going for a walk, you're going for a walk. You don't say I'm working out. You're going for a walk. I understand it's exercise, good for you.
Oh, how drunk is Redbeard today already?
Not even. I'm just saying, like working out and going. Nobody calls going for a walk. I'm working out today. I'm going working out.
Well,
I thought he was about to start going into a full, imitation lizard shoes, like Ric Flair kind of thing.
Chris, basically, Redbeard just called you a bitch.
Yeah, I heard it.
No. Again, like I said,
that's what you said. No,
I
said
know.
I
said
because you walk.
No,
I
didn't. I said I can appreciate going for a walk. It's good. Good for you exercising.
Don't deny it.
But
you're a bitch because it's not working out.
No, not a bitch.
Yeah.
You're a liar. You're a liar for saying going for a walk is working out. I'm not a bitch.
Sorry.
I'm a liar.
I'm sorry. You implied it.
Oh, you're complaining. You're being a bitch about not being a bitch.
Listen. That's like saying golf is not a workout. You were going to argue with that one?
I'm not gonna argue it. It is a workout.
You're not running on the golf course.
Yeah, but
unless you're running out of the way.
I would say it's not much of a workout at all, really. I played golf.
If you're tired from walking in a day of golf, you're probably not in very good shape.
Listen, depends what you do. If you carry your bag, it's one level of workout. If you push a cart, it's another level. If you sit in a cart and ride around, it's another level of workout. It all depends what you do.
Sure. Last time I golfed, I carried the bag, and I don't know. By the end of the day, it was like cool, good times. Let's have a bunch of beer because it wasn't. It was I didn't feel like I had
Red
done
Beard just called you
anything
bitch.
real exercisey.
Well,
You know,
coming from Redbeard, that means nothing.
that's all good.
Joe, how you doing, buddy?
Shots fired.
I'm doing all right. How about you, Chris?
Good, buddy.
Hey Joe,
Going back-
do you
going
have
back-
anything exciting to drink last couple of days? Like, I know these guys are all drinking fucking turds. Like, I need somebody to tell me they drank something good.
Nope.
What are you drinking over there, Ewart?
What are you drinking?
What are you having, Ewart?
Well,
I had the
if,
key-
Because we can't get Cantillon on a regular basis.
if you're asking, I had a thing called Fieldwork Dancing in the Dank to start, and then I had
Sounds dirty.
American Solera's Moto Surf, and then I had KBF.
I like how live we are now. for
I have
Fox.
no idea what the second one was, but that first one sounded pretty cool. Dancing in the
But Joe
Dark.
knows it there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a New Ontario Treetop Red Ale, which doesn't really whatever you just said that this isn't like swill or garbage like fucking you were like all these guys are drinking blah, like you burn in hell, man. It's good. It's a good hoppy red ale. It's tasty.
I'm having one of the milkshake series from Bandit Brewery, though I don't know which one because apparently when they sold it to me, they forgot to actually label it. So I'm having to try and guess.
Wine
which
beer
one I'm actually
review.
having.
Mystery beer.
That's actually pretty cool. I like that.
Well-
It is a mystery beer.
How many
You-
different beers could it be?
Hold on. If he's
They've
doing
had
that,
about
who's
8
done
of
it?
them.
Where's your hamburger costume or uniform, Greg? Where's your uniform?
Sorry,
Who's
a
done it?
hamburger costume?
The hamburglar.
You only hear what you want to hear.
Because when you're how does Hamburglar factor into that at all?
I was gonna say I don't
That's a
call myself,
whodunit.
if I called myself the beer police report, then yes, I should have a uniform. It would be appropriate, just like the beer patrol would be appropriate with a
Maybe
uniform.
fedora and a fucking overcoat.
But here's the thing, Greg, you bought this beer without a label, so it's on you.
Yeah, it's mostly on you.
I gotta get a beer.
Well, it's more on the person that handed me the beer since they don't let you pick out your own beer from the fridge. But
But you didn't.
Really?
But you didn't even look to make sure that it was.
Where's
the
it? Where's
right
it
beer.
from? What's the brewery? Sorry.
Bandit Brewery.
They make the like the card themed one sometimes. Is that them?
That's Hallmark.
No, no, playing cards, you fucking ass face.
That's wild card.
I've
That's
had-
outlaw.
No, sorry. Thank you. No, you're right. Outlaw, yes. Outlaw, Bandit. They're similar, but yeah. Then yeah. Fair enough.
One theme is a card, the other theme is a raccoon.
Fair enough. Yeah, like that's weird though that you can't actually go and grab stuff out of the fridge. That's fucking odd.
No, they have the fridge behind the counter, and you tell them what you want. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it either, but it's their theft deterrent.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Granted, where they are in the city, I kind of
high
see a lot of
crime
people might
area
wanna-
or something. Yeah,
It's not a high crime area, but there's a lot of drunk people in the area. They probably would.
sketchy enough. They wanted to make just want to
Yeah,
be
you'd probably have people making a grab and run.
Yeah, man, understandable. It's weird, but like it's sad, really, if anything, that they feel they have to do that. But
Hey, Joe.
understandable.
Joe. Do you ever have any field work?
No, I've not. I've not had any field.
Okay. I recommend.
What do you mean? Like, has Joe actually gone out into a field and done some work?
What's happening,
Oh.
Chris? What do you got over there? What do you got? What you
They're,
got?
Hold on, I'll let Joe finish.
no, go ahead. Alex.
No, fuck that. Cut him
I'm
off.
drinking Tooth and Nails Bravado.
Bravado is what now?
From Tooth and Nails American Pale Ale.
You should probably bust into the fridge and drink Cigar City's High Life that Nick forgot, considering it's like 4 months
You
old.
can
now.
have the high life if you want it.
I was just joking
I can.
around, but apparently you can.
Well, considering I told you could have it when I left.
You did?
Oh, he's yelling at you now.
I did.
Drink my fucking beer.
Actually, I actually
Am I a
did.
bitch today? Jesus
I don't
Christ.
like it when
I
Nick
can't
does
remember.
that.
Did he ever send you? Did he ever send you the beers? Supposed to make it to you?
Red beer. I was.
Oh, this is quite nice.
Oh.
Speaking of
I'm
highlight,
drinking it already.
I actually have a nice story about highlight. My father, who's 7,
My
told
fault.
me the other day he
My
was
my
in.
father, who's 95 years old, and he's now.
but
All I heard was 7. So what did you? How old
No,
is he?
let the man
So-
finish.
God.
But we went to like the local, whatever, fucking grocery store, and it was fresh. And I bought a bunch, and he actually really dug it. But now that Highlight is available, saying, "Oh yeah, I was at wherever they have Highlight because it was like 3 months old. Proud. Because like not only was he looking for highlight, but he actually looked at the canning date. And he's like, I don't know why it's so old. Like, oh, I was so happy.
Oh man, he's turning into a craft beer enthusiast. Yeah, he's very happy.
And the funny thing is, you know what he does? He actually has his buddy who's from Ohio bring him cases of Dortmunder.
Oh, from Great Lakes. Yeah,
because you can't
that's
get
crazy
it.
that Great Lakes is not in Michigan at all.
I know, it is crazy, and on top of that, it's like Dortmunder is like such a weird, like unique. But he loves it, and it's like over 7% lager. It's fucking crazy. You know, it's you know.
No, it is. That is funny though. But 3 months old is fresher than whatever can is currently in Chris's apartment right now.
Yeah, actually, Chris is probably 3 months old.
Well, really because we get to Cigar City here now, and I know you guys get it. Well, not you. You're close to Michigan, but you're not in Michigan. But you know they get it there, and I think Rod just said they started getting it in Kentucky. It's like fucking everywhere now. Cigar City's not. Unfortunately, it's just their regular lineup. So
I'll take the highlight.
I like the white oak highlight they can now.
I've never had that. I've always heard really good things.
It tastes like you cleanse your palate with it because it has a strong dill character to it. Honestly, really weird.
Oh shit!
Sounds like
actually, you know what I like the fact that it's in Michigan now. It's anti-hero or basically.
Oh yeah, Revolution. Yeah.
Oh, such a good beer. Like just again one of those like every day I could drink. I could drink it every day.
Yeah.
IPA.
I really like Revolution stuff. We get some of their stuff here, but we don't get the anti-hero stuff. We get like not Revolution. We get who's Pipeworks we get here now.
You get Pipeworks, Ninja vs.
Yeah, we get that. We get like the Lizard King and I don't know, like 4 or 5 offerings.
I'm going to.
Can you hear me now,
Joe? I'm going to Chicago at the end of the month. By the way,
can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Just fine,
Nick. Unfortunately, we can. Yes. What's up?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh, I just kind of wondering. My volume got cranked way down by my fucking webcam application.
Oh man,
it knew the best thing to do at the time.
Shut up.
I want to ask you.
I
want to ask Chris something. Chris, I can't believe you paid $5.50 for that McKellar resting brew face. I can't. And then that's like what, like $7.50 Canadian?
I spent $70 for 12 beers. American.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, man.
When I went with my friend PJ, as soon as your buddy told me the total, all I hear behind me is Jesus Christ, Chris.
I was about to say, how long till he notices? How long do you think he'll notice this?
I finally figured it out.
That was good.
No, that's crazy, dude. That is crazy. You getting roast for 10? Is that what's happening?
Yeah,
I think I may have one in the fridge. I have to check.
I went to 3 places today. They didn't have the 10. They had the 6 and the 8. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Come on.
Jesus,
if anybody's got Cellar Edge ones, I'm going to be cool with just any year if you can get it.
I'm going to bring in the 8 and we'll just see what happens.
Can I bring in like a? That's
totally fine.
Is that okay?
It's pretty easy to make a little 10 sticker and put over top and then just lie.
Just bring in St. Bernardus App 12. Not close enough.
No, that'd be the same thing as I've had it.
A Westy 12.
Yeah, Westy 12, whatever. It's
Westy 12.
Fucking yeah. Well, Westy 12. Remember when Aaron bought us that one, Greg, the first one we ever had. It was really good, but not for the price he paid. What was it, like $30 at Brooks' house? It was something stupid.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking delicious. And I think it was a good price there. I believe it was only like $26 for the bottle,
which is still fucking insane.
It is, but like a lot of trial places will charge you $40-$50 for that bottle.
Yeah, and that was like a couple years ago. So you know.
Oh, I had that at Bellwood for only.
For how much?
30. Like a lot, but you're talking about
that fucking
someone charging 40 or 50. That's
like, let's put it this way. I don't think I'd buy another bottle at a bar for that price. But if these 6-packs became available again, I could buy them at retail and not some stupid resale price. I would buy the 6-pack.
I would happily pay like 10. Once in a while, like $10 a bottle or like $12, just to have here and there. But when you're talking double that, that's a lot of money. Here's good.
$9 for that one can. What was that one can I got? That was $9.
The pudding pop.
Was it the pudding? No, I don't think it was the pudding.
Yeah, I think the pudding bomb was pretty high. You get the pudding. I can't wait to review it. I can't wait for you and I to review. All you're gonna do is fucking.
I think
it'll be taken down.
Yeah, it's on your fucking channel. We're not doing it on mine.
We're doing it on yours.
We're doing it on yours.
I think the most I paid for a can of beer was that Cameron's were the Buffalo Rum. It was like $9 a can, I think.
Which you were
$7.
It was pretty tasty. I think that's the most expensive can I bought.
And then he sent it to Matt, and Matt was not a fan. That was pretty good. I liked it.
I couldn't believe it. I actually like that beer.
Barley wine is like it's a weird thing for me because it's like it's beer, but at the same time it is kind of like wine. It's odd.
Well, okay,
but it's not
Let's
bad.
Stop right there. Let's stop right there. You're a little bitch, and no, you can't handle your beer.
There you go.
That's fired.
No, that's harsh. Yeah, that's harsh.
Sorry, it's for a more mature palate. That's what I meant to say.
No, I said I liked it.
That's even harsher.
I liked it, asshole. But I'm just saying, barley wine as a whole, I don't know. It's not something that like I like to have a few beers, you know.
Well, yeah, have a few barley wines. Who cares?
Well, barley wines are so
this
hot.
makes so much sense.
Such a malt bomb. They're almost similar.
What the fuck, Chris? You go people in hell. You fucking asshole.
They're very similar to barking squirrel. You wouldn't believe it.
That's what you get for calling a pussy for walking. Really, he should have ran anyway. But
again, I never said that. I said it's not like I'm working out right now. I'm working out, but I'm actually going for a walk. That just doesn't sound right.
I'm only allowed to walk. That's my exercise. So
I walk briskly.
Hey, Redbeard. How's that red ale?
There you go.
Red bomb.
I want to see the next
the malt bomb
on the. I guess it'd be on the ground 10th. On the 10th.
Is it a caramel bomb?
On the 10th, walking on the ground. I want to see that vlog right there.
We have comments.
A pale bomb right now.
We have comments. Anybody want an experienced comment reader? Want to go read them?
Well, I mean, let's settle down. We have comments from a single individual, and then Redbeard as well.
Technically, too.
Oh, no, I said hi. Come on, I'm nice.
Yeah, Drunken wants to sub my ugly brotherin. I don't know who he's referring to. Probably everyone.
Brother.
And then Redbeard says,
did he say suck my ugly brother?
He did not.
That's what I thought he said.
All right, so
Drunken one says, "Hey, Red and gang, Mr. Joe, Sir Hewitt, Greg, 10,000. That's a bunch of paces." And that's it. That's all I got. Drunken one.
Yeah, they were left a little while ago.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but we needed to talk about how barley wines taste like wines, and barking squirrels and malt bomb, and we're all good.
No, that was way before that. Actually,
barley wines are a barley bomb.
Barley bomb.
They should be a barley and wine bomb mix.
Yeah. Pudding pop going to be a pudding bomb?
Let's hope so.
Well, it was like the first time I ever had one. It was like it is kind of a weird concept. It's beer wine, basically.
Everyone else find that the pudding pop.
It's wine.
Yeah, or weird
wine.
Why are you weird? Why you're
weird? Red
weird. It is weird. Yes, that's
red weird.
You're not.
I don't think of them as
red weird. That's funny.
Whiny. They're just.
If I ever brew my own beer, I'm going red. I'm not going Red Beard Brewery. It's red weird.
Barley wants to come
right
up for me is
Nick,
so.
If it ever happens, you will be credited with that.
So
I want fucking royalties.
I like it. I didn't say that. You'll get like a little blurb somewhere on the fucking webpage.
Name a beer after me or something.
There you go. Yeah. There we go. We'll call it East Coast Dan. It'll be awesome.
All I'll say about barley wines is when you have a really good one, it will change your life. That's it.
What do you think? Actually, I do value your opinion. You know what you're talking about. What do you think of Thor's Hammer?
It's okay.
88 out of 100, perfect score.
Yeah, it's an 80.
I enjoyed it the one time I had it.
Because I have a bottle in the fridge that I've had for at least a year now, and
is that barrel aged?
I think so.
It's a hammer bomb.
Thor's Hammer, I think the ones they released.
I think I might get Marcel over and do a live video for Beer 1000. I think that might be the one I do for Beer number 1000.
It's not that special.
Joe, you don't think
it's the most special I have, probably.
Joe, you don't think that like a really good barley wine will change everything?
I mean, if you drink Sukaba, maybe.
Well, Sukaba's a game changer.
I mean, English
what do you consider your as something like what? What do you mean by like life changing? Like what?
Like it changes your perspective on beer.
Today I bought something new and now I like this chocolate bar as opposed to this one. My life has changed. Like is that what you mean? Like,
well, it's okay.
Made him realize that hitting his wife is totally okay.
No, life changing in the perspective of
Christ, Greg. How do you?
Okay. Well, listen. Okay. Let's just say the barley wines are like sort of the what do you call it? The mountaintop.
The word I can't find.
What do you call the mountaintop? It's like that's you're climbing. It's the peak of beer in terms of it's harder to get your hands around or your palate around. It's challenging. It's all that stuff. And when you have a really good one, it's like holy shit, I get it.
So you're saying is it harder to make like a good barley wine? Like barley, I assume barley wine in general is kind of harder to brew because it takes more time and stuff. But make it good, it is. Yeah, okay. So fair enough.
It is absolutely more expensive to make. It is more arduous, and because some people like overhop it and make it more American style, it is really can be unpalatable for a lot of people.
Wait, Joe, did you just try to give him shit for saying arduous? Arduous is a perfectly acceptable word.
No, I just repeated. I'm settled down, man.
The face you have.
Like settle down.
I just settle.
No.
But Joe's right when you talk about like examples like Sukaba. When you have it, it's like holy shit.
Mother Hall Storms was fucking amazing as well.
Storms okay. I say Kunin's
Corona hands. Yeah, that's
good.
Good.
I would say also.
I think barrel aged ones are honestly where it. I think that's more of a game changer than just regular ones.
Well, yeah, no, I'm mostly assuming the barrel aged barley wines, and I'm not saying everything barrel aged is always better, but in the case of barley wines, it is.
Yeah, I mean, like even Goose Island's fucking Bourbon County barley wine.
Well, just the way it's made, like barley wine, from what I've kind of seen, it kind of lends itself more to that barrel aging process, where it's going to get more good stuff. Like I had a barrel aged IPA from Barnstormer.
Red Bear, you're screaming at us. You don't need to scream, buddy.
No, sorry. I mean, that IPA was that bad, though. It was like
he's mad, bro.
You need.
But again, like
barrels.
What you're saying,
barrels will actually add sweetness, which is what you need, and to help out a barley wine, which can be a little aggressive. So barrels actually really make it a fuller, more enjoyable experience because of the sweetness they add.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It almost becomes like a dessert beer that's not as like sweet. It more has like a decadent type of feel to it. But it's hard to explain.
It feels like 5 dessert beers because it's like fucking 15%.
Well, if you've never had like an extremely well made,
they're good, but they're fucking wine, strong.
It's hard to explain how well they're made and how much you could potentially enjoy them. I don't know if you would. I did bring Sukaba to this share that you were unable to come to this year at the Rhino Fest, and everybody loved Sukaba to varying degrees, but it was one of the best beers of the night. Yeah, it was one of the best beers of the night. It's
not as good as the Barrel Aged Rat Queen, though.
See, I like Sukaba more than that, but I know the general.
I actually don't remember which one I like.
People like the Rat Queen.
The Barrel Aged Rat Queen was good.
Joe, have you had a deal with the devil?
Yeah. I mean, wait. That's
right up there for me.
Oh, Deal with the Devil. Who's that? Is that Midnight
Anchorage?
Anchorage. No, I had the Midnight Sun one that I had.
Okay.
What was it? Fucking Devil something? Devil Arctic Devil or something?
Midnight Arctic Devil.
Yeah, I never had the Anchorage one. Is that so? That's awesome.
Well, Anchorage is Arctic Devil, but Arctic Devil barrel aged is a Deal with the Devil.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, what?
Isn't it?
No, I'm looking right now. Let me see what it says about Arctic Devil here. No, Arctic Devil is aged in barrels.
Oh, that's Midnight Suns?
That's Midnight Suns, and Anchorage is the Deal with the Devil, I believe.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So Ewart, I know you had some scent, but I went to Rochester a couple weeks ago. I went to this small bottle shop a little bit north of Rochester I'd never been to before. They had all kind of crazy cool shit. 2017 Thomas Hardy's, baby.
Oh shit!
I ended up just grabbing one because they were $10, and I was like, "Look, that's pricey." But
$10, you have to have it.
Yeah, I bought
you have unlimited money. It's okay.
Yeah, I bought it, and I haven't drank it yet. But it was the first place I've seen them in New York State. And I remember Matt reviewing them last year and talking about how they were going to be everywhere. And I have not seen them in Western New York until I went there, and it was the only bottle shop even in Rochester that had them that I went to.
I will say that I have had 2017 courtesy.
Not as good.
Yeah, it's not nearly as good as predecessors. I don't know what the hell's going on. It looks different. It doesn't taste as good. It's not,
But then at the same time, like it's hard to compare that fresh to probably a lot of the Thomas Hardys that you had were at least probably 5 years old when you started drinking them.
Maybe.
How many did you have that were fresh? You know what I mean? You probably weren't into Thomas Hardy in 07 when they last brewed.
Yeah.
So
but, I mean,
it's tough to compare.
Like it's kind of like when you, but same thing like 120. Well, people think 120 is better with time on. I'm like, I had 120 fresh and I love it fresh. So I thought maybe if I had Thomas Hardy's fresh, I'd enjoy it as much as, if not more, than an aged one. Mm-hmm. And it was like it wasn't even close to any of that. So I'm like, I don't know if it's they're similar beers if you ask me personally.
Yeah. The one barley one that I forgot to mention, Ewart, is the one that you gave me in our first ever trade that you give me shit for not drinking any. I drank the first Gold Rush. Dude, that was a game changer. Let me tell you about that.
That was awesome.
That Brett after the whatever, like I drank it a couple years ago, but that Brett turned it into like caramelized pineapples. Yeah. It was so fucking different, unique than any barley wine I've ever had, but it's just the best way possible. It was so fun. Like if I could get that beer again, if they rebrewed that or whatever, I'd get a bunch of them and just sit on them. Like I'd drink one a year, like or something, see how it would progress. But that was one of the best, like non-barrel aged. Here's just it's brewed with Brett. Let's see what happens. Beers I've ever had. It's fucking fantastic. Crummahan doesn't get enough. I think a lot of people nowadays, you don't really ever hear Kuhn in discussions for anything because everything's the haze craze and sour this and fucking pastry stout that. But they are still probably the most underrated breweries when it comes to big beers that I've ever had personally. All their stouts and barley wines and old ales and shit are just phenomenal, top of the line.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say they're underrated. They're not rated.
Yeah,
because they've managed to fuck up a good opportunity time and time again.
Well, I heard their head brewer left a couple years ago. I don't know if it impacted any of the beer or anything.
I don't know if they had head brewer.
I don't know. I had no.
Yo, what are you drinking right now? What the fuck? You're muted, by the way, Joe, for some reason.
Water. I'm drinking water, the greatest water.
Yeah.
I had one beer tonight, and I'm cut, Chris.
He's allowed to be a year.
You're cut?
One beer.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm going to beer fest tomorrow, so I got to behave myself.
Where are you going?
I've had 3 today. Nick,
3?
So fuck you.
You were 3. What are you doing?
Enjoy my Friday night.
Yeah.
Overindulging. What do you have? Nick? What is that? Same one from earlier? Or is that different?
Yeah, it's the Chanche Naval Le Brigatin. It was a hot pepper beer.
Yeah, how is it now after you've been drinking on it?
Actually, it's not bad.
Sold.
The malt background on it is a little weird. It's almost like red ale bordering into a little soapy, but the spice is nice on it.
Nice.
It has the 3 flavors. It's got the jalapeno. It's got the rest, the chili and the habanero don't overpower. It lets the jalapeno play forwards. I always like the flavor of jalapeno anyway, better than the other two. And the spice is there. It's nice and warming, but it's not overpowering, and it doesn't seem to build. Like after you take a sip and you let it sit for a while, it fades, and then you drink another sip. But it doesn't, like if you keep drinking it, it doesn't build and build and build until you can't drink it anymore. It's very nice. I like it.
Sweet.
So nice.
It's so nice. It's that malted background that really keeps it from being a super winner for me. So it's probably like a 3.75.
I see Nick is on the hamburger paycheck again today.
What? What are you? What are you saying? What are you making fun of Hammond River for?
This hangout is brought to you by Hammond River.
You know what? Hey, you'd probably like Shane if you met him.
I'm sure he's a good dude, and they make solid beer, no doubt. You just got to give a shit. Also, Jesus Christ, Chris.
I know. And everybody was so disappointed with that Russian Imperial Stout from Ham River I brought up. Remember, I brought. Oh, right. There's only 2 people in here that were at the bottle share with me. The other ones, Redbeard and Ewer, didn't make it.
Well, Ewer, there's never a chance.
I know.
I'm sorry. I'm the only one in the fucking panel who has a life.
I was waiting for it. I knew the way to say it.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for that excuse.
See the finger of Redbeard sticking up there.
Yeah, it's so good. To ask you, or to answer your question from earlier, you were one of the better beers I had. Have you ever had anything from Hudson Valley Brewery yet?
No, I haven't. I've heard of them.
Is that like Hammond River?
No, they do sour IPAs.
Yeah.
It was one of the best beers I've ever had in a long time that I had. It was a sour IPA with blueberries and hibiscus, and it was fucking, I don't know, one of the best sours I've ever had. Like kettle, I don't know if they kettle sour, they do like mixed fermentation, or if they're doing, I think they do kettle sour, how they pump stuff out, they have to be. It was fucking just best sour beer I've ever had. One of it, kettle sour probably. Yeah.
Speaking of New York breweries, you ever had any Suarez?
No, because they don't really make it down here. I'm very, very, very upset about it because they make a lot of like clean lagers and stuff. Something that's a bit different and nowadays and none of their shit really trickles down.
I had a box of that stuff.
More Pat actually had it a couple times. But.
Yeah, a while ago, and all of it was really good. Really good.
Didn't the guy come from Hill Farmstead, like one of the assistant brewers, I believe?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, I got a whole bunch of that in the fridge too. Thanks to the LCBO.
Yeah, they fucking love it.
I love it too. I love it because I actually made out like a bandit on that. So
a bandit brewing?
Did you?
No.
Did you post on social media at all to piss people off? You should have.
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. On Twitter, like I don't tweet ever, like never. And me and Aaron we were talking about because. When all got released early, I jumped. I got my 6, and then I went back. I'm like, I wonder if I could order more. So I went back, and I was able to add like 13 of each to my cart. And I just took a screenshot and I posted on Twitter. I'm like, I don't understand what the issue is. And people lost their shit. Not only that I was able to add that many to my cart, but also that I was from Detroit. I'm like, my Twitter thing says I'm from South Detroit, which is what we call Windsor.
Yeah.
And so people are like, oh no, they're just.
Well, you're a beer elite. Remember, you're beer elite because you guys know.
I should. Actually, here's a funny thing. Although we're live, not like he'd ever watch it, but so Kamal, okay, so he rubs people the wrong way because he refers to him as elite and all that shit. But they have a share in Toronto at the TIFF. What is that called? Toronto International Film Festival. There's a building. It's up on top of the thing. Mm-hmm. But I have an in with somebody that can. I want to get in
the Bell light box you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the light box. I want to get in on that share just to get in and see what the hell goes on with this shit.
Oh, dude, it's that. I still can't remember. That's the same dude we met. I think it was like the second year at Chad's Fest, and he could not tell us a non.
That's it. That's what it was.
Yeah, he could not tell us a non fucking adjunct stout that he liked. We were like, "What's your favorite stout?" Does Hunapoo count? I'm like, unbelievable, dude. Just a regular Russian Imperial stout, regular stout ever. I can't think of any. I'm like, unbelievable.
Was it
no headphones, Joe?
Nowadays, Joe, I mean, hard to find a stout that's not adjuncted.
What's that?
It's hard to find a stout that's not adjuncted anymore.
Yeah, but this was 3 or 4 years ago.
That's true.
Is this Matt or something?
It was Matt. No, Matt was at the Albina Rhino Beer Festival, and there was a dude that came up, and he just started getting. He was like kind of like a Wales bro type of guy, just drinking everything great and not like. I was surprised that he was at Chad's Fest, just drinking all the beers. They were all
Fest. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
if I remember
and he had a conversation with Matt, and during the conversation, Matt just was like, "Well, what's your like favorite Imperial stout?" And he's like. Hunapoo, and then he was like Mexican cake and something else, and Matt's like, no, like just like a regular, just water, barley, hops, yeast, and he's just like, I don't know. I'm like, what? It's like I can't name any. I'm like, so what the fuck? And this is the same guy that has been complaining a lot on social media about a lot of things around Toronto, a lot of beer events.
Was that the Beeraholic or something?
No, that was not him. No.
I don't remember who it was. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, but anyway, so this guy got a pour at some local. Where how was it? You was some local Toronto brewery, and he was like on Untappd. He's like, only the elite of the elites know about this beer. So you have to be elite to drink it, or some stupid shit like that. And I was just like, are you serious? Are you serious? Who an elite? A beer? We're like the underground beer elitists? Is that what we are? I don't understand what's happening.
No. Do you spell elite with the 3s that are backwards? So it's really
that's the only way. Is there another way? I wasn't aware.
I don't think there is.
I don't think so either. But
you only get one shot.
Yeah, and there's this same dude. that's pretty good. And then it's the same dude that the Collective Arts had their Liquid Arts Fest a couple months ago, and by all accounts, everyone was enjoying it. Like most of it was positive, and he was the one guy on social media saying how terrible it was. Yeah, speaking of Liquid Arts Fest.
Yeah, speaking. Woo!
And he was the first. He was like, I forgot what he was complaining about, but he was complaining about something, and it's just like, dude, never happy.
Yeah. I keep saying it's the last one to buy, and then I keep buying another one. God damn it.
I don't like that shit.
I love this shit.
I mean, you could just put 5 Alive and mix it with vodka. It'd be the same thing, a lot cheaper.
Basically, it's a screwdriver. That's exactly right.
It's a damn tasty one.
Yeah, I don't find it to taste like a screwdriver myself, so. Like, I'm not a fan of vodka and orange juice, really, at all. I'm not a fan of generally just like orange juice really that much.
Strange bruisings.
I had one pineapple.
My mouse is fucking up. I'm trying to get it in the right spot.
No, it's all right. It's perfect. Just make it your entire screen at this point.
Wait a second. What? A secret.
Lol, what?
Fuck you, Chris.
Kind of like the deep thoughts by Jack Handy.
That's exactly what you were going.
Exactly what I was going for.
Yeah. And then he did absolutely nothing with it at all.
Because Joe never came around. I did that.
I'm here now. We better start again.
That was a year later.
Oh, is that it? Did I miss it? Because I didn't do it a year ago. Now it's over.
Yeah. See, like I should probably bring it back my strange visiting with Tekus Murray because, man, I got things to say.
Are they?
And it starts with Redbeard, ends with Redbeard.
Redbeard, I love you.
That sounds like Redbeard. That sounds like an interesting video right there. Well, again, there could be things in between, I guess. So yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I love you, man. Cheers.
Likewise.
I don't believe you, but cheers.
I
think Europe loves you too.
I like to think you doesn't despise me like I feel like he did in the very beginning.
No, I bust balls with people I like. That's all.
And people he doesn't like, so it's hard to.
If you've got balls, they're going to be busted. Yeah.
If you read the comment section on Darwin's beer reviews, he is one example of somebody who has balls I bust who I don't like. So. Have you seen? Matt sent me a note today about when Dar put up a video about tipping and shit. I absolutely fucking lost it. It's like, oh, what a... The guy's got a law degree. Well, yeah, I commented. I was brutal.
I gotta see this now.
Well, yeah, we need a link in the side chat or something.
Yeah, I remember when he posted a video a couple years ago about passing the bar and whatnot, and he was all excited. And
yeah, I was like, congratulations, man. And I'll say, yeah, I'm gonna go like take a stab at beer. I'm like, why would you ever do that? What a waste.
I am not seeing it. Am I an idiot? I mean, don't answer that question.
Or did he delete it?
No, it's here. I got it. Let's see.
Read it out loud, Joe.
What you want me to read? You want me to read your?
Yeah, read my comment.
No, I can't. That's not fun.
Please.
That's fucked up. Please. You read it.
I can't see it on my phone.
Oh man, that's pretty rough, dude. Jesus Christ.
Well, see, now you have to read it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have to read it.
Yes.
You're the one that has it open right now.
Teku Murray says, and I quote, "Holy fuck. Dar, you have to be kidding me with this vid. First, you have a law degree and choose to be the Robin Hood or hero for the starving artists that are the barbacks. You have zero credibility as you're essentially wasting your degree and your money, or your parents' money, while you whine about poor wages and living off tips. I think you are likely living fine with a regular stipend from mom and dad. Secondly, well, I'm sure bar staff work, doing real labor, work a field, metal fabrication, casting or heat treat operations, auto assembly line, etc. This is embarrassing for your profession and generation. Such entitled whiners. I don't hear from those who bust their homes day in and day out just scraping by that they whine like this. I appreciate good service and I'll tip appropriately enough said."
Is this a comment by Ewart?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty long, but that's.
I missed some of it because my fucking mouse is an asshole. God damn it.
That's unfortunate.
It is.
I'm going to be the first person to say that I wish they'd get rid of tipping altogether and just increase their prices and pay the wait staff a fair wage to begin with.
That's in Europe. Go to Europe.
I agree. I think that would be cool, and then like at the same that would make the whole like argument kind of go away. And I guess then it's like if you really think they did an awesome job, you can tip them on top of that kind of thing. But then it's going to become like I feel like it wouldn't really change, because then people that do tip would be like, "What? I don't tip anymore." Like you can't just make that super big shift. I don't know.
Here's my question: when you go out to a restaurant and you have more than 8 people, and most restaurants will automatically include the tip in the price when you have more than 8 people, do you still tip on top of that? Because I sure don't.
I've never been in a situation where it's been
called an auto
myself. So, yeah. Oh, that's what the fucking computer would call it, man. That's like auto-grat.
You know, it was funny. I was at a restaurant the other day, and there's
I'm in the industry. I know the lingo. Like auto-grat. Nobody.
Auto-grat. It's an automatic gratuity. I'll fucking spell it out for you. Ready? A-U-T.
I feel this works better now. So I was at a restaurant the other day, and they were telling me, "Oh, the automatic gratuity is 18% because there's like 10 of us." And it's like, okay, that's fine. And the guy's like, "Well, you know, gratuity has gone up lately, you know, with inflation." I'm just like, it doesn't work that way. Gratuity goes up with service. It doesn't go up with inflation. It's still a steady percentage regardless.
Well, think about it. It's a percentage of what you're paying. So if shit got more expensive, then by that percentage, you're also going to get tipped more. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, well, things go up. Now you got to tip 25%. It's not how that works. Fucking people. I always, listen, you tip based on service. That's
Greg, fuck you.
If you do a shitty job, you shouldn't get shit, or you should get very low. And if you do a great job, then you should get, probably like 20-25%. But
I've come to the conclusion, because I'm in the actual profession of where I get gratuities, and
are they auto though?
Are they auto-grats?
We only do auto-grats when it's a party of 9 or more.
And that's usually on most places. It's usually like 8, I think, is the lowest I've seen.
8 or 9, yeah, something. I think we do 9 in where I work. And I've come to the conclusion, because of where I work, that I don't expect tips anymore. And if you live with no expectations, you can't be disappointed.
You get a lot of people that don't tip you at all?
Oh yeah, all the time.
There's a lot of cheap fuckers out there.
Oh, of course. And but when they do, you appreciate it. You say thank you.
You always do. Yeah.
That's it.
I think I've only ever not.
I worked as a bartender and server here in North Bay. It's a college town, hardcore, and when it's college season, yeah, it's like you don't really. It's like thank you so much if you do tip me, but at the same time, if they don't tip you, you deal with it. You don't like it's like back in the day, like. When everybody, like back when it was kind of a more universal thing, somebody wouldn't tip you, you'd kind of be like, what the hell? But now it's like, like you don't know what that person's life is like. I mean, it's
I feel like I guess I know being blue collar, but knowing that, even if I go get a couple crowlers filled, I'll give them $1 or $2 to do that. I mean, they're
really, you tip on retail shit?
Yeah, well, not like someone doesn't give me cans. If they're filling a crowler or a growler, yeah, I'll give them $1 for.
See, but you're saying like you're saying retail shit. He's saying like if I go to my local brewery here in North Bay, like New Ontario, and I buy something and I'm paying with cash, I get some change. I'll toss it. Like again, and like it depends. Like you say retail, I wouldn't like Walmart.
To me, I treat it almost like corkage. If they're pouring it, that's different than if they're handing me a closed container.
Yeah, but if they had
retail, I'm leaving. I'm not staying for the experience. I'm not staying to enjoy any ambiance. I'm out.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends. I don't do it for packaged stuff. Like if I'm going to grab a bottle that's already been packaged or can, like if I'm going, and nowadays when you go buy cans at the brewery, certainly here in the States, and a lot of them are $16, $18, $20 a 4-pack. It's already crazy expensive. If you're going to give me a couple of 4-packs and I'm paying $40, I'm not paying 15% handed them to me.
That's exactly right. Like if someone is serving you something that's already maybe overpriced, already expensive, it's harder. And then on top of that, if someone vice versa is serving you macro shit, you're not going to pay like $2 to pour you a Coors Light, you know.
Wow, Chris, Mike.
So again, what you were saying before that, you were they're not like you go in and out. Like myself, and pretty much anytime I go to the brewery here in town, I'll stop in, have one pint, talk to them and stuff, then take my beer and go, kind of thing. So they did serve me a bit, but you know, it's
one of those things where I mean I can't speak for any of you guys. I'm sure you're gonna mention out, but like I can't. I maybe once that I didn't tip or came close to it because of a bad experience. Every other time, I have never really had bad enough service where I'm just like sitting there going like, oh, it's a $50 bill, or I'm gonna fucking give them $2 or something.
I'll go over to Brewed and Bottled, and then I'll just be like, you know what, maybe I'll if they're pouring me something that I taken out of the fridge or from
I've only once in my life ever not given a tip, and that's because the service was so atrocious.
Yeah, it has to be bad.
I'm pretty sure the waitress was doing it on purpose because I don't imagine anyone working in the wait staff industry could be as incompetent as she was.
Yeah,
and
always take into consideration the how busy a place is too. You know what I mean? Like when it's fucking packed, a lot of times it's not even the waiters or waitresses' fault. Like it's sometimes just too much shit going on and they don't have big enough staff. So it's kind of shitty to take it out on the waiter or the waitress.
No, that's cool. For sure. And again, going back to, I think it was Redbeard was saying, like, you don't know what the person's thing in life, whether they can afford a tip. If you're so hard up for cash that you can't afford to tip somebody,
then don't go there.
You shouldn't be going out in the first place. You should be going to Walmart and buying your food.
I agree with that. But at the same time, like, again, like, you know what, you don't know. Again, they could be like, I don't know. One day a month or something. They're like, I want to go and they might know the people there too. Like, so it might be okay. They might know. There might be some kind of back and forth there. Again,
well, then throw in a couple extra bucks for the tip. Like, is a couple extra bucks going to mean you can't pay your rent that month? I
don't know. Hey, or if you can't tip like that, then fucking get it. A lot of places do takeout. Go get it, take it out, done. You don't have to sit there and eat. And
again, I agree, but at the same time, working in the industry, I understand that like some people just for whatever reason aren't going to tip you, and it's like that doesn't mean I'm going to like instantly just be like a dick to them. I still like to give quality service kind of across the board. I might not be as super attentive to that table if I know they're not going to tip as I would be to a table that I know is going to be good. I'm not going to knock it back that much.
You know what? You're the problem. You're labeling people. You're stereotyping, and
I'm not not at all.
All right.
If I know.
All right.
Okay.
Let me tell you in my profession what I do if I don't get and I've learned this. I've learned this because
you're great at what you do. I can't deny that.
I've learned this from how many tourists that I get where I am, that different places, especially in the USA, there's different ways that people tip.
Don't talk about my country.
Well, I'm going to.
Boy,
you are the American hero now.
Fucking roll you. Now hold it. No, state to state. But I know that, and because of where I've worked for so long, that I try never to give bad service no matter what. Whether they buy beer, they don't tip, and you start to realize that some of these places in the States, people tip after they're done and they're getting up to leave. They leave money they do after, not right away. So once you become accustomed to different ways of that people tip in from the States or even England or Australia, whatever. Australians never tip, but that's a different story. But you never give bad service. You never do.
You're saying like okay, I've never like in the States. You're saying they leave the tip after, and here you're using it before.
Some people
I have never in my life received a tip before the end of the meal.
No, well,
but I think
he's talking about at a bar, like getting a drink, a tip, another drink.
Okay, no, the fair
pay as you go versus running a tab. Running a tab.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna need you all to shut your fucking mouths for just about 2 minutes. Just for a second, I want to read the comments here because Nick doesn't care about his viewers, but I do. Mostly because they're Jamie.
A lot of them. Holy fuck!
You'll use them and you're slacking.
You know what?
Jamie made fun of me.
Yeah, he should.
God damn it.
Jamie says, "Why so arduous?" That was the oldest comment that we have. And then he says, "The bottle share was at the time we had all that awesome beer and Red Beer didn't show up." Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Then he says, "Does that magic carpet go anywhere?" He's referring to the awesome picture that was behind Chris earlier that I think a lot of people missed. Jamie clearly didn't. And then he asks, "Is Komal the Wells guy?" Yes, he is. Then
Chris's current picture is gorgeous. Come on.
Is he the guy? Is he the guy that Matt interviewed a few years ago?
Yes, that's the same dude. That's exactly the same dude.
Yeah,
he's out to lunch. Then he says breaking trophies. Again, this is on us for not reading it earlier. I don't know what what that is a reference to. And then Chris says, "He needs some apricot brandy." All right. Earth says this should be epic, and then he says. And then Jamie says, "Strange Bruising's intro. Welcome. Here's a beer you can't find. I'll drink it out of a glass you can't get while telling you how awesome it is, but you can't get any of it."
accurate.
Is that accurate?
Oh yeah. It's relatively accurate, but I understand why it's a problem.
Yeah. And then he says, "Almost everyone I know is a cheap tipper. I often kick in more because I'm embarrassed at the tip some people I know leave." Yeah, that is always unfortunate.
Well, some of it actually, to be honest, you talk about bad tipping. Some of it is the shitty pricing structure that a place will employ, where you end up with what would be people they like round numbers. So if something is 25, people are going to tip 75 cents, or you know what I mean. You're just going to round up. So that may be part of it. And
no, you're not wrong. Like I went to a bar. I went to do a job in New Liskeard, about 2 hours north of here, and we're supposed to do a double job. And the first place there is, surprisingly, this place we get there, and the first place we go to do, there's nobody there. They closed up and gone, and we try to get a hold. Nobody can get a hold. So we're like, fuck, we got 2 hours to kill. Let's go to this bar here in town. We'll have a beer and wait. It's called Zonte's. Fucking no kind of a shout out to them really right now. But I sit down, and it was some beer from Stack. I don't remember what exactly it was, but it was, say, like maybe 6 or 7%. Nothing crazy, nothing nuts. Can of beer was $9.75. And again, like I go on what you're saying, you were like, I was like, well, here's $10. You very effectively priced yourself out of any kind of good tip, because that beer, there's no way that beer for them to buy cost more than $5. I've never seen a Stack beer in a can at more, even $5. So let's say even that, or whatever, say it cost them $5, all the benefit of the doubt, they could have charged $7 for that can, even $8, and made decent profit, and I still would have paid with that $10 bill and expected no change. But they priced it at that point where it's like you're getting $10 and getting like 25 cents because you fucked yourselves over. I'm not going to give you 10 plus a tunier plus a 5. No, you're getting a 10.
We get Red Bear, we get it. We get story time. It's story time over. Let me know. Let me finish these last comments. Story time.
Fuck the comments.
No, listen. It's Jamie. It's Jamie. Thomas Sigmund says, "I'm already one ahead of y'all." And then Jamie says, "Wales guy breaking trophies in the interview with Matt." I don't remember that. I wish I remember him breaking trophies. That sounds like a great time. I need to watch that back. And then Earth and Chris laughed at my "I will read these comments after story time" comment. That's all we got.
Okay, I'm gonna go. It's a little late for me.
Yeah, it is. It is way past. Oh my god, 11:40 and you're up. What's happening?
Oh, I had
Go
a
to
coffee
bed,
at
you
8. I had a
idiot.
coffee at 8:30. So.
Did you have your fucking 8 ounces of prune juice yet or no?
No, I had coffee though late, so that's enough for me. But to the people in the industry, not so much for Chris, more for Redbeard, who is a professional beer server. Here's your tip: don't piss in the wind and don't eat yellow snow. There you go. Good night.
Cheers, man.
Remember, just the tip.
Nice.
So
I didn't mean to go on like that, but like I said, just that night when I got my bill, I didn't know the price. Like a can of beer, it's going to be like $6,
to go on like that.
$7, and it was just my mind was blown when I saw my bill. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Thomas Sidman has a great comment, mostly because he misspelled one of the beers. But he says, "Me and my sister went to a water park, 16-ounce beers, and letter and plastic cups was $8, and all they had was Bud Light and Nicola Ultra, not Michelob, Nicola.
That's awesome.
It's probably better than Michelob
beers,
Ultra.
letter, and plastic cups. $8 for a fucking Bud Light. I'll pass.
Dude, it's just like going to a sporting event and fucking go and buy, and it's $8 to $10, and you're drinking like a Blue Light or a Blue, and it's like what? I don't know. There's no point. It's ridiculous.
Jeez, not everyone's rich.
Thinking
They
at
can
that
just
point, it
afford these
sounds
craft
like
beers.
I almost think like at that point, it's $8 for a friggin' macro beer like that. It just seems like desperation. I have to drink something, therefore I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I mean, I can honestly say, certainly over the past 8 to 10 years, the only time I don't think I've bought a beer for myself at any sporting event. Like if I went to a Sabres game or whatever, I've always had someone buy one for me because they're like, "You're gonna drink," and I'm like, "That's cool. I'm not paying $9 for a fucking 24 ounces of Blue Light. Like that's not happening." Like ever for me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So they'll be like, "Oh, I'll buy one." I'm like, "Okay, then I guess I'll drink it."
I would only ever be interested in something like that if it was something like I haven't tapped like Blue Light. I've never had it.
Don't they have a couple craft breweries in kind of at the Sky Dome?
They do at most places now, probably in North America. If you go to a major sporting event, they usually have some kind of craft beer to a certain extent. Certainly Goose Island's available at a lot of places because AB InBev owns them. But you usually have local ones that will step in. Like here for the Sabres games, we have Flying Bison does some, but you also see like the Goose Island stand where you can get the IPA and the 312 and everything. There's something better than macro.
Goose Island IPA is one of those.
In my town,
macro, something that craft beer drinkers want to drink. What's up?
In my town, it's mostly Moosehead product. Like Moosehead owns a lot of the contracts for local sporting areas, so I don't usually complain because I like Moosehead stuff. But that pretty much sums it up here. I can't just go and get like a Molson at the hockey arena.
See, the Moosehead being there is kind of like I wish like Jenny Cream Ale was at more places around here, and they don't. It's crazy that they don't because a lot of people like it, but I would love for that to be on tap because I would buy that. Even
That's
at
the thing is like Molson's like a pretty good option. Sorry, not Molson. Moosehead's a pretty good option versus like a lot of other macros you can get. Because Moosehead stuff is generally pretty decent for what it is.
It's not terrible. But again, but the same like when Nick says like he goes to what's the highest level of like
CHL
hockey? You could is CHL would be there, I guess.
Isn't it the QJ fucking
QMJHL, which is one of the CHL,
yeah, it's part of the CHL with the OHL and the WHL. Yep, that's St. John. What is it?
St. John Sea Dogs.
They
won the Memorial Cup.
That's cool. That's awesome. Would that not be like? Is there a baseball team there or a?
Not really. No. I mean, there is like local baseball
or
teams,
even any kind of like
St. John Vito's or something, but they're like really local
provincial football league or something, or like anything really, or like
not really, no.
Yeah, so again, like it's like out that way. There's even
kind of a talk about CHL in Moncton, but
here in North Bay, we finally got back. We finally got back the OHL after we gave it up however many years ago, and. Doesn't really mean anything to me, but I don't even know why. I think they sell New Ontario at the arena, but
yeah, I guess when it comes to small towns, neither one of us live in Toronto except for, Greg.
Yeah. Well, Chris
I live in Toronto. Did you guys know that?
Chris would be the second closest for sure, I think.
You guys
Chris,
should come to
second
the
closest.
Roundhouse Craft Beer Festival. I'm going there
Joe
tomorrow.
lives
So much
outside of
fun.
Joe lives outside of Buffalo, so
Yeah. Well, Joe's like,
Tonawanda.
well, how far is Joe from Chris? That's
From
the
North
question right now.
Tonawanda, born and raised on a playgrounds where I spent most of my
Joe's
life.
gone right now.
Brewery is where he spent most of his days.
Chris might kind of know
Joe
this.
is about, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes away from me.
Oh, so that's nothing really. Okay, crazy. I didn't realize
He's not
that
even-
close.
He was that far away.
No, he's not even that
Like
far.
as soon as you cross the border, it's like 15 minutes to Lewiston.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's about 15 minutes to the border from here. So they're half an hour.
I suppose, yeah.
Like when I left Chad's place, I accidentally took the wrong exit and went like towards the States for like a half an hour when I was supposed to be going north, and so I must have been almost there, I guess, when I finally turned around and fucking made the right exit and got back. But
Your mistake was going to Chad's place.
no, I had a good time.
If you say so.
I did.
The rape makes things better.
There
Or
was no
worse,
rape.
not sure.
There was no rape. No, my anus left there untouched. I didn't get a lot of sleep because of
Unversed.
the
of
super
the rape?
loud, like the loud morning dogs and the late nights kind of thing. Like I go to bed, it's like I just fell asleep, and then the dogs are making noise because I was like wow, I slept for like 2 hours. Yeah, aside from that, it was a good time.
I really do feel like you should be talking to a police officer, not us, about this.
No, again, like because in your mind somehow there's this because always in your mind there's rape.
Not always. I mean, occasionally there's not.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Occasionally there's not.
It's okay.
Nice.
You'll tucker yourself out eventually.
Someday.
Someday over the
I'm having a Miller High Life because why not?
Because fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I've given
Yeah.
up on life.
There you go.
Hey, I don't even want to pay $1 a beer. I'm paying, I don't know, this is like 75 cents a beer. But it's good for chatting with you fuckers so I don't get drunk because even though they say it's 4.6%, I don't think there's actually that much alcohol in this.
You should do a test.
Well, I drank 4 of them on Wednesday night and I didn't even feel buzzed. So I would imagine 4.5% beer would at least get me buzzed if I drank 4 of them.
So that's what I mean though. Like you should do like I'm being honest, like do an actual whatever you need to do to test the ABV and see if they're lying. And it'd be nice to know.
I'll get Ashley Sexton out here and get him to sextify things for me.
There you go.
Yeah, Ashley Sexton's actually posting comments on the video rather than in the chat. I'm not sure exactly how he's doing it.
He's a
getting
magic man.
on my phone every time he does it.
God damn it, Ashley Sexton. What are you doing with your life?
I'm kind of wondering why he's not in here.
Maybe because he's in her.
That's possible. There you
Possible.
go.
All right, boys, I'm out of here.
Yeah, it's fucking 10 to midnight. I'm actually going to jump on Chris's piggyback there. I have to go because Chris and I are going to have sex. That's what it is. Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
why don't you jump on Chris and he can go for a walk with you
No.
on his back? That'll be a
Honestly, though, I have to wake up early in the morning and
Okay,
clean.
that got weird.
I have to clean a bunch of annoying stuff at a high school here in North Bay. So yeah, it's going to be a fun day.
Oh,
Yeah, the dust collector in the wood shop. It's an early morning and a long day. So yeah, it's
gross.
we
All
at
right,
least
peace
like
out, homies.
I'm
Peace,
gonna hang
man.
out for a bit longer, although I am gonna go work out soon. And
What you mean going for a walk?
I was going to say. There you go.
no, I'm actually gonna drive to the gym, which is very close by, and then I will lift some weights, and then I'll drive home.
I was gonna say it would have been the best if you were gonna drive to the fucking gym and then jump on a treadmill for like an hour and then drive home. That would have been the best thing ever.
Yeah, it is actually kind of lazy because my gym's like really close by, but I'm just like I don't feel like carrying my gym bag to the gym. Just like fuck it.
Yeah, but again, like why don't you just bring a towel or something? Like, well, what do you need to bring in a gym? What do you need your gym bag for?
Oh, I have 2 pairs of shoes in there. I got my gloves. I got 2 water bottles. I got my lock to lock stuff in.
Okay, but again, like if you just like bring your water bottle,
I do have
and
a towel.
That's why I bring a water bottle and a towel, keep them with you, and you could just walk there.
I still have 2 pairs of shoes. I don't really feel like carrying them.
But yeah, why do you need 2 pairs of shoes?
I got one for running, one for actually working out. Sometimes I have 3 pairs if I'm doing heavy lifts.
Don't you just get like a pair of cross trainers? Isn't that like the best of all the worlds?
Depends what you're doing. Cross trainer, I do have a pair that's basically cross trainers. That's for general stuff. If I'm doing heavy lifts like squats or something, I have special shoes for that. And cross trainers don't work shit for running. So
For the way you talk about all this exercise stuff, I feel like you should be like a specimen right now.
I eat a lot.
But yeah, you're like you're the wrong kind. You're the wrong kind of specimen.
I'm actually quite in good shape. I just have a gut because I eat too much.
I can't deny, like I've seen pictures of you from like years ago and stuff, and like what you look. You have slimmed down from what you were in those past videos. Like I can't deny, you know, I'm basically just like arguing for the sake of arguing and being a bastard right now. Because you know what, I don't go to the gym. Good for you, go to the gym. I get a decent amount of like work at my job every day, climbing around.
You mean you walk?
I walk and I climb and I sweat and
sweaty.
The kitchens are fucking hot in the summertime, man. They're so warm, especially over top of the appliances, climbing the hood fan. Yeah, it's hot.
Well, what was it like in 2015 during the beer fest? I think it was like the first beer fest that Greg showed up to. You were a chunky man, but like in 2017, the year that you were at Chad's and got kicked out, you were like flex the pecs ripped. Like you had lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm maintaining. I was a little bit skinnier then, but I think I have a bit more muscle on me now. So I don't know. I guess it's a trade off.
What did Chris leave? He's pulled the I got to work tomorrow. I'm going to bed.
Left.
Yeah, pretty much.
And actually, I was already going to do that, and I'm going to do it now because I do. Like I said, I work tomorrow, and it's going to be a long, fucking annoying day. So
I'm going to a beer fest that I got to be at by noon. So that means I got to wake up early.
Where are you going? What beer fest?
I have to be by job for 9.
Roundhouse Craft Beer Fest. So it's at the Roundhouse Park. It's right by Sky Dome and the CN Tower. So I'm going to go there. There's a bunch of Toronto breweries. I'm hoping it's good because I haven't been for a few years. I think I went 2015 or 16 was the last one. I can't remember. And I'm hoping it's not just a bunch of craft breweries bringing a bunch of shit I can buy at the LCBO. Because if it is, I won't be going again next year. But figure I'd try it out. I like it because it's a little bit like Chad's, where it's not super crazy. At least if you go there early, it's not super crowded. It gets a little crowded towards the end of the day, but it's got a good selection. Same price as Chad's. They got food trucks and stuff. So I apparently bored Wet Red Beard, so that's okay. So yeah, I'm hoping it'll be good. There's at least a few breweries there that I've never had anything from, so I'm looking forward to trying that stuff. And then I kind of suspect stuff like Black Oak and GLB will probably have a lot of the regular stuff. Oh, Red Beard's back.
My mouse has issues. Oh, I was gonna say, like, did you notice like how Greg blatantly interrupted me that time, and I was nice enough to let him finish before I was gonna say good night to all you gentlemen. Like,
You've interrupted people like 1,000 times tonight, so you go to hell.
No, you fuck off. You burn in hell. I have been so good on my fucking interrupting tonight and not interrupting. And
you've been interrupting everyone.
Wait, are you saying this?
I have been waiting for gaps.
I kept trying to fucking talk. Anyway.
And then what? And then what? Anyway, I love you all.
Anyway.
And now I go
long time.
Yes, someday, Craig, we will have the the loving moment. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Only if you shave the beard. I don't do facial hair.
Oh, the beard is gonna grab onto you.
I'm gonna grab the biggest wax strip known to man, throw it on your face, and tear it all off in one shot.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure that would like literally rip my face off with it, and then I would be that would yeah.
Did you guys read any more of the comments we had here? Did anybody?
You're so professional.
Yeah, Thomas Sigmund said, and then we found out they had 2 types of red oak beer. See you later, Redbeard.
Okay, I was gonna wait again, but thank you. Cheers, everybody.
Bye, Redbeard.
I love you all.
And then
red oak beer.
And then he continued, Thomas continued, he said, next time when we go to the water park, I'm packing a cooler and leaving it in the car, which probably a good idea. And then Jamie said, Jenny Cream Ale equals tasty, which it is. And then he's saying he's having a Hop City BS, Barking Squirrel, that is. He bought two thinking he could make the 101, but he could not.
Oh.
And then Earth said he is drinking a Dogfish Head Indian Brown here, which... Earth, I was going to buy it and review it because now they call it a dark IPA, but the bottle I saw was like 4 months old, and I'm like, I'll wait until I get something fresher. But I hate they call it dark IPA as opposed to a brown ale because it's definitely a brown ale. And that's all. We have 4 people watching. I don't know if anybody's left here or if everyone already left, but
I might take this offline.
Yeah,
I'm kind of curious about the red oak beer that Thomas Sigmund was talking about. Like,
me too.
As soon as you say the word oak, I'm like, huh? Oak aged?
Yeah, I think he meant Red Oak Brewery, and I'm looking up Red Oak Brewery in North Carolina, so maybe that's what he's talking about.
Maybe.
Is Thomas Sigmund from North Carolina?
And anyway, I was gonna say I might take this a stream offline, but I might stay like offline active for a bit because I think Guy's trying to pop in.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Anyway, I might take off. I got to get up early too.
I'll leave.
We'll see. Probably in the next, say, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Not right away.
All right. Give him a chance.
And then Jamie says, hang on, one last comment. Jamie says, Skinny Joe makes lady boners, #veggie sploosh. Come on. I'm not skinny. Not yet.
You know what? All right. So veggie sploosh for Joe. Everybody have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And we rock out with your Teku out.
Yep.
All right, I'm taking this offline. Thanks for watching, folks, and we'll chat with you probably on beer analysis. I may upload a couple of videos before then, just because I've been editing in the sidelines here all night. That's why I've been quiet.
Nice.
All right. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll talk to you later. Cheers.
Bye.